Hi friends, welcome to day 13 of the 25 push-ups for 25 days challenge to bring awareness to mental health. Today, I feel like revisiting the ring theory that we talked about yesterday because there's been a bit of criticism about it. In yesterday's video, I saw this comment by Cheryl. Hey Eugene, thank you for your efforts in keeping the focus on mental health conditions. Let us not be timid in checking in with one another. We were not created to be alone. We were not created to carry our own burdens either. Will you, any of you, take the first step in reaching out to someone? So that powerful comment got me thinking a bit more about the drawbacks of the ring theory. Okay, a brief recap on ring theory written by Susan Silk and Barry Goldman. They open up with this story. When Susan had breast cancer, we heard a lot of lame remarks, but our favorite came from one of Susan's colleagues. Susan didn't feel like having visitors, and she said so. Her colleague's response, "This isn't just about you." "It's not," Susan wondered. "My breast cancer is not about me, it's about you." And then they came up with ring theory. Well, I found a critique written by Laura Otis, PhD, professor of English at Emory University, where she teaches interdisciplinary courses on literature, neuroscience, cognitive science, and medicine. Wow, you're a smart, intelligent human with nice teeth. So a person in the center of a crisis can be visually imagined in the middle of the concentric rings right here. The people closest to them can be envisioned in the inner rings, and least affected by the crisis in outer rings. Ring theory dictates that when people approach anyone closer to the center, they should watch what they say and keep their emotions in check. If you want to scream or cry or complain, if you want to tell someone how shocked you are or how icky you feel or whine about all the terrible things that have happened to you lately, that's fine, just do it to someone in a bigger ring. A person in a hospital bed is literally a captive audience and shouldn't be exploited by people who are suffering from relatively minor troubles or who feel empowered by giving advice. There are good reasons, though, to question ring theory, which, however well-meaning, doesn't do justice to the complexity of emotions that surround human suffering. Yeah, that's very true. Human beings are very complex social creatures. Some afflicted people in some moments may need comfort above all. Others may be hungry to hear about troubles other than their own. They may want to feel more connected to the world, and giving as well as receiving comfort may make them feel more valued. A second complication of ring theory is that crises don't happen one at a time, and any two people who interact may be at the center, middle, or periphery of multiple ring structures. So, a person visiting a friend with breast cancer may be experiencing harassment from an abusive ex-partner. In that case, who has the right to tell her troubles to whom? Who would silence herself and restrict her role to listening and comforting? Ooh, I like this author. She's throwing down game theory on ring theory. In his studies of emotion regulation, psychologist James J. Gross has found that suppression of emotion increases stress, not only in the people suppressing their own emotions, but in the people with whom they interact. Because of ring theory, you're only supposed to offer comfort and support from the outer rings to people in the inner rings. But sometimes you might actually have some advice, but you're not supposed to give advice to inner ring people. Gross hypothesizes that suppression increases stress for a conversation partner because the person stifling negative emotions may squelch positive emotions along with them, eliminating the encouraging cues that help the conversation flow. Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Your most important friends are the ones that tell it like it is. They don't hold back their emotions, right? When one considers linguist Deborah Tannen's studies of conversations, ring theory may not apply equally well to both genders. Women from more than one culture are socialized to form intimate bonds by sharing their troubles, whereas men are taught to use conversations to establish who has the most information. Conflicts can erupt when men respond to women's troubles by offering advice, or when women respond to men's troubles by describing their own worries. Yeah, that's another insightful observation. If you think about it, Batman would have a lot less problems with Catwoman if he stopped telling her what to do and just told her how he felt inside. A conversation that goes beyond small talk, where friendship is being reinforced, both partners are likely to listen to each other's problems and to offer encouragement and support. What else have we got here? Okay. Ring theory has the potential to do good by encouraging people to think beyond themselves and to imagine the feelings of someone in a crisis. Wow. At its best, it can decrease pain and make people more considerate, more aware. At its worst, it is a form of censorship in which the rules and kvetching order can increase stress, block bonding, and shame people into silence. Woo! So I'm starting to lose my Batman voice. Okay, let's talk about push-ups. So today I was wondering how push-ups relate to mental health, and I found this. Wikipedia 22 push-up challenge. In early 2013, the Veterans Affairs released a statistic that 22 veterans commit suicide every day on average, which initially garnered limited media coverage. Man, that is very heavy. I wasn't expecting to discover that. In regards to just push-ups and exercise, there's plenty of studies that show that there is a correlation between physical activity and mental health. Wow. All right, push-up time. Guys, today is another rest day for me. I just haven't gotten enough sleep. I just don't want to spend all this time working out and not having my body repair itself at night. It's just sort of pointless, and I don't want to injure myself because I probably have all this cortisol and adrenaline in my body that's not being flushed out at night. And plus the toxins in my brain are getting built up because I don't have the cerebrospinal fluid flushing it out in my brain like a washing machine, according to that article in that one episode I talked about in regards to sleep. So, but I'm gonna still do my 25 push-ups, and I do have an idea of how to switch things up again. Yesterday, my friend Rio did his 25 push-ups on inline skates. Look at how big those wheels are. He could probably zip around the city like the Flash. What's interesting about these push-ups is that his feet aren't planted firmly on the ground, so he has to rely on some super intense inner core strength. I bet you have washboard abs, man. Wow. Focus on this and that. Practice. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ah! Ah! 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoa. First time I failed. Day 13 too. I have something about day 13 that really messes me up. I just realized I only did 20. I need to do 5 more. Okay. Balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Okay. All right, guys. 25 push-ups. And man, don't forget about those veterans that lose their lives every day. 25 push-ups for 25 days.